Hi there, welcome to this episode of Polish Up Your Pedagogy. Today we're going to be looking at the quality improvement tool, the Pareto. So this sits within the learning seal, that learners are supported by timely and tiered interventions informed by quality data and information. And today we're going to talk about this tool in terms of data and information. You might have seen this quality improvement journey graphic before, and today we're just going to be looking at this section about understanding your current system and identifying opportunities for improvement. So what is a Pareto? Well, according to the Pareto principle, in any group of things that contribute to a common effect, relatively few account for the majority of the effect. This is sometimes known as the law of the vital few. It helps you to organise the main things in your system and to keep the main thing the main thing. So this principle was created by Vilfredo Pareto, who was an Italian sociologist and economist. In 1906, he was writing about land distribution in Italy, and he asserted that 80% of the land was owned by just 20% of the people. This 80-20 split was then further observed in a multitude of different areas. Joseph Juran, another QI pioneer, applied the observation that 80% of an issue derives from just 20% of the causes. He subsequently renamed the principle the law of the vital few and of the useful many, as a reminder to not ignore other factors in your system, as they will still be important, just not the ones which warrant the most immediate scrutiny. So 80% of effects come from 20% of causes, and you can flip that to a quality improvement approach and say that with 20% effort, you can effect change in 80% of issues. So, a Pareto chart is a type of bar chart in which the factors that contribute to an overall effect are arranged in order from most frequent to least. The ordering helps us to identify the vital few, the top 80% of issues, and these are the factors that will warrant the most attention. This helps you to understand your system and to uncover some root causes of an issue. By putting your efforts into the top 80% of issues, you can quickly effect change. In this example, problems in the playground. Observations were carried out over a number of days and all of the issues were recorded. Using a Pareto then allowed staff to see the causes of the issues, and they were able to prioritise how they would spend their time supporting that largest column, the friendship clashes. Sometimes you might already know or have a feeling about what's going on, and this tool can help evidence your gut feeling and guide you into decision making. This is an example of a Pareto chart from the National Improving Writing Programme. This is first level benchmark statements within tools for writing. Paretos will always include this curved line, the red one on this chart, which shows the cumulative percentage. As you can see in this example, the top 5 causes account for 80% of inaccuracies in writing. So punctuation, conjunctions, openings, vocabulary, and whether it makes sense are the top issues to focus on. Don't forget that handwriting and spelling are also important things within your system. But for this occasion, the teacher would probably prioritise their time on punctuation. This would resolve a large proportion of the issues being seen. However, using their own judgment, they might decide that a focus on openers would be best for their class. They might have a stage partner whose Pareto showed openers as being right at the top, and undertaking that same area together could help manage workload by sharing resources and helping to team plan. This tool is really flexible and teacher judgment is key. If it's right for your class, then do that one, but anywhere within that top 80% of issues will affect change. In this example, the teacher used an on-track in P3 fractions numeracy assessment, and as you can see, the teacher ragged all of the results. This information definitely helps to see where the strengths and weaknesses lie in this class, and this teacher was planning to begin with column 2 as it had the most red in it overall. However, when you take this information and put it in a Pareto, because it's binary and it either can be done or can't be done, everything which is yellow has to turn red. And so in fact, the second to last column, question 4b, is the one that would warrant most attention. And according to this Pareto, that's exactly what it shows. Now, the teacher took notes about this situation, and it turns out that the children didn't know the phrases numerator and denominator. That's a really quick win for this class, and if the teacher applied 20% effort into teaching a couple of lessons around this, that would affect change in the system very, very quickly. So a few little tips about Pareto. You can use data which you already have collected in a different form, or you can collect new data. You might have single word spelling test information, AR data. You might have undertaken a numeracy assessment with your pupils already. You can use all of that data in your Pareto. Your categories can be aligned to benchmark statements, on-track statements, or to school or national policy. Or for the example of niggles in the playground, it might just be what you observe and what you see. Paretos work best with 30 data points or more. If you have less than this, then your random variation becomes an issue and you might not have the most accurate data. As you saw on the red, amber, green chart previously, there were well more than 30 data points on there. Remember to use your professional judgment. If you think something isn't the best thing for your class and you can say why, then move on to something else within that system. And finally, this is a really helpful website that you can log into and set up an account. There is much more information in there about Paretos for you to have a look at yourself. So once again, this came from our learning sale today, whereby learners are supported by timely and tiered interventions which are informed by quality data and information. Thank you.